Hi, everyone. Welcome to CCI's webinar today, how to set up a hybrid course for Childbirth Academy. I'm Jen Wade, and if you have gotten to view the curriculum or maybe you've started to preview it, you might recognize me because I'm the lead instructor in the Childbirth Academy. So welcome. Thank you so much for being generous with your time and viewing this. I hope it's going to help you understand how to really use this curriculum to the fullest. But also, you're probably watching this because you're a childbirth educator or you're involved in the process of educating patients or clients in the childbirth experience. So we're going to talk about how to use this really great curriculum, but also incorporate the childbirth educator or the provider with it. So I'm going to share my screen. We are going to get started, and I am going to walk you through setting up a hybrid class. Share screen. Play. Okay, so how to set up a hybrid childbirth class from Customized Communications Inc. That's me. I'm Jen Wade, certified childbirth educator and doula. I have been teaching and attending births for over 8 years now. I love this job, and I am so honored that CCI brought me along to help them with this online academy. It's been so much fun, and I love this company, and I'm really proud of the product that they have put out. Okay, so hybrid, combining the best of both traditional in-person classes and just the online childbirth academy. So with the in-person classes, maybe this is what you've been used to doing prior to COVID, when we had to be locked down and we couldn't be in person. The benefits to in-person is it's interactive. You have opportunity for questions, dialogue, group discussion, or maybe personalized discussion, depending on how many couples there are. And it's facility specific. So you get to be very specific with your facility, with what you offer, your location, your demographic. Whereas with the academy, it's very basic 101 childbirth education. So there's a lot of benefits of what you get to do in person. And the benefits of the academy is it's convenient. So couples can view this information at their own time, in their own pace, or in their own space, and self-paced. So they can go through it very quickly. They can space it out. They can re-watch the whole thing over again if they want to. So there's a lot of flexibility for different learning styles. They can listen, they can watch, they can pause it, they can do some of the hands-on practice together. So there's benefits with both. But with the hybrid style, you get the convenience, but you get the connection. So you get the convenience for the participants where they get to watch it in their own space, whatever time of day fits their schedule. Maybe they have things going on in the background. Maybe they have other children. They can pause it. They can come back. They get the convenience for getting the bulk of the education with a childbirth course, but you get the connection because you're going to be meeting with them, whether it's in person or virtually. So you're going to get that face-to-face time where you can have that dialogue, question and answer time. You can personalize it for the patient. You can personalize it for the facility. So you get to do things like tours. Maybe if you're going back to in-person tours, or maybe you want to show a video of a tour of your facility. You can personalize it, like I said, to maybe their birth plan or what fits what they're wanting for their birth. You can really have a lot of great discussion and tell stories. So maybe you take a little bit of extra time and you go into detail on what does first stage look like and give some examples of some different labor patterns. You can go into detail on comfort measures, and you can practice them. You can have them get up and actually do it with your attention, with your guidance. Again, it brings in all the learning styles: audio, visual, tactile, hands-on, doing the practice. So you get all of the education, which CCI has done for you. So you get to really spend your time personalizing it and meeting the needs of your patients or your clients, so that it's really great instruction, but personalized. And that's the best of both worlds. Okay, schedule overview. So there are a few ways to schedule your course. We have for you a 4-week schedule that you can see. There's 4 1-hour weeks where they will have that prerequisite. They're going to watch some of the lesson, then they come in for review, games, group discussion, and hands-on practice. Or you might be someone that does workshops. So maybe you do like a long day workshop. So you can have this spaced out throughout, many hours in one day. So maybe they're going to watch all of the academy before they come in. Maybe they're going to watch half of it. You come in and you will do some lessons, activities, review, hands-on practice. Then maybe you break for a lunch break where they have a break. They watch the other half on their lunch break. And then you come back for the other half of the workshop and you do the week 3 and week 4 on the back end. So you can make this customizable. You can do what works for you and your schedule and what works for your demographic. So you can see here we broke it up for the first lesson where you're meeting. It's going to be a intro of the labor terms and the intro to labor video, common questions, and then you can pause and you can have back and forth dialogue. What are some questions you have that weren't answered? Or something that I like to do is who has maybe a myth that they've heard, and maybe bust some myths, maybe some telltales that they've heard before, and you can have some really great labor questions Q&A time. Then you'll review the stages of labor and play a game that we have for you. And then you have time if you want to do some hands-on exercise or practice, group discussion, and then wrap it up, give them their homework. And then you can see throughout the whole hybrid course, when you're meeting in person, it's a lot of review and games, Q&A, and practice. And that's what we really want to hit on. The bulk of the education is in the academy. You're spending your time doing things that people can't get from a book or from a video that's just basic 101 information. So you can bring in all types of things. Maybe you're used to doing. You can use the games that we provide. You can bring in your own activities. You can bring in your own tools. So whenever you are doing comfort measures, maybe you're going to bring in a birth ball, maybe a heating pad, maybe you want to talk about TENS unit or rebozo. You can bring in any type of comfort measures that fits your facility and really expand on it. So maybe you offer hydrotherapy. If you offer the ability to get in the shower or a birth tub, you can really expand on your facility and make these comfort measures. And then medical options, facility specific. For example, if you offer nitrous oxide, I know some facilities do, some do not. So you can really make this personal and expand on it. And then the last week is a review and birth planning. So again, personalization is key, so that you can bring in your own expertise. You can make them a part of the dialogue, answer their questions on birth planning, make it facility specific so that they know all of their options. And then you get to really talk up the benefits of maybe if they're wanting a medicated birth, what are some other options available? Do you have doula recommendations? Do you offer any additional childbirth classes or have recommendations for maybe additional courses that might help them with their birth plan. Talk up the providers and how supportive they are, and they're in a great place, and the facility is so great. So really wrap it up, make them feel like they're so educated, they're so prepared, they're in great hands, and then send them on their way for a happy birthday. Examples of lessons and activities / the instructor role, which we've provided for you. So we have labor terms flashcards, so you can play a game. What is, and then give the definition and see who can get the term right the first. So you can play quiz games with them. You can also do, we have stages of labor matching. So you can give an example of a sign or a characteristic of a different stage or phase of the labor and allow them to guess what that is. So maybe you say something like, contractions are 10 minutes apart, very mild, and I'm able to eat and smile at a funny joke. What stage of labor am I in? And so really, again, bring in your experience, and then you can talk about, okay, here how this might look. I've seen it look this way. I've seen it look this way. And you can really get them to understand how to identify the stages of labor and what that'll probably look and feel like. You get to have a personalized what to expect with the facility. So like I said, this is a great time to do a facility tour if you're providing that, or maybe it's a virtual tour, a video, or some PowerPoint that you have. You can talk about what to expect with parking. Where do they park? If maybe there's construction going on. A really popular hospital that I go to here there's a lot of construction, and so the roads look different. And so if I have a doula client who's going to be at that hospital, I want them to know ahead of time, okay, don't park here where you would think you would normally park, you got to go this way. So you can personalize the what to expect before you arrive. So walk them through where are they going to park, what's it going to be like when they arrive, are there certain entrances that they can only go to if they show up at 2 a.m. And then maybe a map, how do they get to labor and delivery from that entrance? What are the common procedures that are going to happen? So when they arrive, what can they expect to happen? So really make this, again, personalized. The partner support comfort measures and breathing exercises. This is another fun thing that you get to bring in that we talk about on the video, but you can really go into detail, bring in the partner, make them feel like they have an important role, and help them understand through practice the benefit of their role in early labor, active labor, the second stage, and then practice things like breathing exercises together. We have the ice activity, which is covered in the academy online, but you can do this in person as well. So maybe you bring in some frozen ice packs or some ice cubes. And something I like to do is have the birthing person hold the ice cube for 1 minute with no comfort measures, no distraction, no partner support. And then get feedback. How did that feel? Really long? Where did you find yourself tensing up anywhere? Was it really hard to focus on anything but the ice cube? Get some feedback, and then do it again, but bring in comfort measures, partner support. Maybe have the partner timing out halfway over. You're doing great. Okay, 45 seconds, you're almost through. Maybe have them just talking or doing some type of massage or guiding them in their breathing. And then you can say, okay, what did that feel like with all of those comfort measures and that coaching? And it's kind of like an aha, like, oh, wow, it really helps to have someone helping me through that 1 minute. It went by a lot faster. I didn't really even notice it. It was easier. So that's a really great activity to do. And again, whether you're doing this hybrid class in person in a facility as a group, or maybe you want to do it online, a lot of these things you can do even if you're doing a virtual hybrid. Just provide a supply list. So say something like, This time you're gonna need an ice cube so that they're aware of what you're gonna be doing. We also have a lot of really great visuals for you to use so that you can print out a group practice labor positions with partner is another thing that you can do. So whether you have maybe stations set up around a room, or maybe if you're doing this virtually, you're going to just show them and then have them practice this, but have them practice different labor and pushing positions, guiding them through what to expect, what that might feel like, how they might, you know, feel when they're pushing, what the partner is doing, what to expect, so that they get that practice and hands-on learning experience. And we have a birth plan, so you can really walk them through understanding what do they envision for their birth, what do they want, what are they maybe not wanting, and then again talk to them about making sure that they're fully supported with any additional support like doulas, extra education, and of course, you know, making sure that it fits the facility and that it's realistic. Okay, so, a few questions that I've gotten is does this have to be in person or can you do hybrid virtual? And I think that's a great question. If you if your facility is doing in person, or if there are facilities that give an option for in person or just online, you absolutely can do this whole course as a hybrid in person. So they've got the convenience of watching the education part at home with the CCI Childbirth Academy, and then all the lessons like we have scripted, you're going to do in person. But you can also do it virtually as well. So you can use some type of webinar platform like Zoom, where you have that virtual interaction. You can see them, they can see you. You can give input on maybe, you know, change your hand position on that hip squeeze, go down a little bit. You know, you can give really good feedback. And you can still have group interaction and conversation in a virtual setting. Um, Another question is how do we know this is something that patients are going to want? Well, I have been teaching in person only, online only, and I have incorporated this hybrid model. And I reached out to not all, I would say I reached out to about 70 couples that I've taught in the past 2 years. And I just asked them some questions. Did you do it only in person, only online, or hybrid? If you had the option to do hybrid and you only did online or you only did person, so where you get a bulk of the education in your own time, convenience, all of that. And then we meet in a group setting to do a lot of the practice and review and games. Would you like that? And I'd say about 95% of the couples I surveyed said hybrid. They love the idea of the convenience, getting to be in their pajamas, on the screen, getting the education, but they also maybe wanted some of that group interaction, hands-on experience, maybe meeting other people who have the same due date that they do in the same location that they do. So they didn't really get a lot of that with the online only platform. So as far as are people going to want this? I think absolutely. Hybrid is definitely what, you know, I think trending for the future as we have patients, you know, using social media and they're on devices all the time. Bringing in technology is a great way to keep moving forward, but not taking out the role of the childbirth educator. We are important. We bring in so much expertise and knowledge and experience that just cannot be replaced from a book or an online course. So the role of the educator is valuable. So when you offer a hybrid model, you get to show here's all this awesome stuff you get with just the online academy, but you get my expertise and my wisdom, and you get stories, and you get games, and you get hands-on and personalized attention. So you get to really, when you market it, you get to bring the best of both worlds because it's going to attract a lot of people. Um, so I hope this was really informative. I know that you might have other questions, and if you do, I'm going to provide Angie Devine's contact information. She's director of sales, or you can reach out if you already have a rep. You can reach out to that rep um, with any of your specific questions, and you can go to learning-customizeinc.com if you want to view the curriculum and get started with looking into that. So I hope you have enjoyed this webinar. We've got a lot of amazing products that are in development that are going to supplement this Childbirth Academy. So I'm really excited about that. I know you guys are going to love it so that you can offer so much more for your patients or your clients. And of course, CCI offers other resources as well. So you can talk to your sales rep about that. All right, thank you so much for spending a little bit of your day with me, and good luck with using this curriculum. I know it's going to help so many of your patients or your clients. I'm going to stop. Okay, bye-bye.